Are you tired of shooting underwater videos like this? Do you want your videos to look like this? Hey everyone, my name is Icon and I shoot underwater video, and in today's videos, I'm going to show you the rig or the setup that I use so that hopefully you can shoot better quality videos with your GoPro as well. Before I begin, I just want a quick words for our sponsor, and in today's sponsor is myself. I did this video, I bought all this equipment, I did all the trial and error, I went scuba diving with it, and finally I'm able to shoot underwater videos that I'm happy with. So you can support the sponsor by subscribing to my channel, and at the end of this video, hit that like button, and maybe you can share it to your friends as well. Alright, so let's jump into it. I'm going to break down my equipment into three parts. The first part is the video camera, which is the GoPro. The second part is the dive tray. And the third part is the video lights. First, we have the camera. What I use is the GoPro Hero 11. You can also use the GoPro Hero 10 or even the 9. But I prefer using the 11 because it is the latest. And it is so smart that it can figure out the correct white balance to use underwater. I have the GoPro underwater casing rated up to 40 meters, I think. And this is the one that's original from the GoPro store itself. So this is not the ones that you buy from Amazon or eBay. Then you have your toolkit. This one is the clamp which will hold the dive tray and the arms together. Then you have the arm. You have the dive tray handles. We have the floaters. The floaters are already mounted on the arms. And then lastly, the video lights. This is a Scuba Lamp V4K version 1 video light. And then lastly, we have the tether. So this can unclip. And then one end goes to the handle of the dive tray and the other is clipped to a D-ring in my BCD. So that way, even if I let go of the dive tray, it's just going to float around and not, float away from me or drop to the bottom of the seafloor. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to assemble all of this. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I have mounted the GoPro already. This one, I have the GoPro long link. So the purpose of this is that I can shoot horizontally, like landscape, and then at the same time, if I wanted to shoot vertically, which is for reels or stories or shorts, I can just flip it like this, and then I can quickly shoot that one very easily. Having a dive tray is really important because of two things. The first one is you have a place where you can mount your arms and then eventually your video lights. And the second one is that your videos are going to be much more stable with the dive tray, with you holding the GoPro like that and shooting the videos like that. Versus having it on a stick. This one, it's much more versatile. You're much more free to move around. But then even the slightest movement can show some shaking on your videos, and there's no way for you to mount your video lights. And then I have here the tether, which goes on one end of the handle. And then I can just clip it like this while still on the surface. And then when I go diving, I just get this one and then clip it on my BCD. Okay, so this is now the complete setup. I have the GoPro here, the dive tray, the arms, the floater, and the video lights. And this is the full setup that I take underwater. So as you can see, the lights are here over the sides, but when I go underwater, I move them so it goes like this. Now imagine if you only have the dive handle or the GoPro stick, you wouldn't be able to mount this one unless you're holding the light on one hand and then the stick on the other. Now, the important thing to remember is that you shouldn't tighten these clamps so much before jumping in the water. You can see when I lift this, it's going to be sort of like flimsy. See? but it's important that you tighten it just enough that it doesn't move, but you don't tighten it so much, because when you get underwater, that extra pressure is going to cause these clamps to tighten even more, and so you won't be able to move them around as freely as you want them to. So just tighten them enough that they don't move around while on the surface, but as soon as you jump in the water and get your dive rig, loosen them a bit before going deeper. And then the floaters, they're meant to keep your rig afloat. So when you go underwater, this rig is going to be heavy. These floaters are going to help you lift that up a bit. It's going to make the whole rig buoyant. So you want your rig as much as possible neutrally buoyant, or maybe just a little bit slightly buoyant. You don't want your rig to be sinking underwater when you let go of it. And then we have the video lights. In underwater videography, the one thing that's really important are your video lights, because without your video lights, your videos are going to look like really crappy. So the video lights are the ones that bringing life to your videos. What you can see here that's missing are the dive filters for the GoPro. I'm not using that one at the moment because I noticed that it's taking too much light. So when you add filters to your GoPro, 1 or 2 steps of light are reduced, and I don't want that happening. I want as much light as possible, but the light should be coming from my video lights. Another one that's missing here are blue filters for the video lights. If you don't know what they are, what they serve, Backscatter made a really good video about the mixed light problem. Make sure to watch that one and understand what the mixed light problem is. So these are Scuba Lamp V4K video lights. They're 7,600 lumens and they're really powerful, but they're the old versions, and Scuba Lamp don't have the blue filters for them. So hopefully in the future I can upgrade my video lights and then I can have those filters. But at the moment, this is my setup. This is the one that I'm using to shoot some really good underwater videos. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. I'll try to answer as much as I can. That's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. My name is Icon, and this is The Weekend Warrior. See ya!